Hi, it's Matt Potratz, and as always, it's great to start my week with you. This week I thought about how paralyzing fear can be. In a conversation, I had someone tell me, yeah, but some fear is a good thing because it can protect us from something dangerous. And I agree with that thought to a certain extent, but I think in that case, we should replace the word fear with awareness. It would be unwise to be unaware of the potential for emotional or physical pain, but I can't see any benefit to being fearful of it. I understand that fear is a real emotion, and it's a part of life, but the dictionary's definition of it is negative. Part of Merriam-Webster's definition states, to expect or worry about something bad or unpleasant. Awareness, on the other hand, is knowing that the potential for a negative outcome exists, but it's not expecting it or worrying about it. Worry and negative expectation coupled together paralyze us. Fear becomes a prison because we won't move an inch from where we are for fear of something bad happening. And if we do move, it's backwards, often in an all-out sprint for the last place we felt comfortable. When I was in sales management, I'll never forget interviewing this young guy and being very impressed with him. There was no doubt he had what it took to be successful selling Toyota cars and trucks. But when I called to offer him the job, he said, well, actually I've decided that I probably better just stay where I'm at. I was surprised and said, why is that? He said, well, when you told me the pay is 100% commission with no base pay, I kind of got a lump in my throat. I would probably do pretty good, but it scares me to think that if I don't sell anything, I don't get a paycheck. At my job now, I at least have a guaranteed income. I had even told him in the interview that as a young car salesperson, I had made almost right at double the income he was making in a year's time at his existing job. And I was good in sales, but not spectacular, and he had the potential to have had very similar success. And don't get me wrong, I still respect his decision because, after all, it is his right to choose. But in all reality, fear of the unknown may have kept him from finding a rewarding career with a great income for his family. And he scurried back to his comfort zone with his guaranteed income. I'm sure many of us have heard stories of or even experienced relationships that ended simply because fear of commitment paralyzed one of the parties. Again, it comes down to the fear of the unknown. I've heard people say, what if it doesn't work and we have to divorce? Or, what if we discover we can't live together as well as we thought we could? Or, even, what if we discover we're not really a match? Or the what ifs can go on and on. That's fear. Awareness of those potential possibilities will instead put you in a mindset prepared to be sure that it does work and that you make the choice to live together well and that you stand on the belief that you are a match or you wouldn't have made it this far together already. Fear imprisons us and we stop in our tracks, close the cell door tight, peer through the bars, and say, I wonder what it would have been like to live out there. And until we overcome our fears, we'll never experience the freedom and fulfillment of life outside of prison. I'm sure you agree that there are many more examples we could discuss, but I think you're likely getting the point of my thought. Don't live in prison. Slide the gate open. Step forward. Take risk. Take that new job offer, or say yes to the man holding the ring out to you, or speak up when you need to, even if you're unsure of how people will respond. Be aware of the circumstances, but don't be fearful of them. Open those bars, step out, and throw away the keys to that old cell so that you never get locked in that same prison ever again. This week, be aware that fear is a prison, and be courageous enough to make a jailbreak.